Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
You, as long as you don't go, oh, when we drop to 40, come on, drop, Jesus Christ. Alright, welcome everybody to a Train Simulator 2016/15, and today we're gonna do, if I can learn how to speak, we will be doing a run. This will be one of three, if I am not mistaken. Yes. Okay, yep. So this is our this is part 1 of 3. So we're just gonna be running from Los Angeles to San Diego. So we're gonna get started. Water. I hope everybody's Friday is doing good. Mine is doing excellent. Just got off work and came home, threw my work clothes to the side, and threw on some pajamas. Out of this train simulator game. Not really back up, but I paused it and it somehow crashed. It crashed my whole system. So I don't know what's causing that. And then not to mention also the updated version of my capturing recording program that I have crashes quite frequently. And I really don't know what's causing it. Sadly, they don't have any option where you can send them details. But they do have a form where you can fill out on the date, the time, what were you doing when it crashed, what was there any error message, what was it doing, and if you repeat the same steps, will it crash? So I sent out a couple of them to them already, but I guess we will see on how it works. So, alright, we're getting started. Here's our Amtrak 453. Gotta love it. 453. Even though it says 582, it's 453. Alright, so we're gonna get out of there. So we will be taking passengers. So, which I really enjoy. Alright, come on. Alright. We're gonna begin to load the passengers, so let's load them. Let's take off our brakes. Make sure our lights are working. Yes, they are. Alrighty, tidy. Bring the camera where I want it. That's about good. This is the back of the train. And the doors are open. People are coming on, coming on. We're about to move this lever forward. I am using a mouse and keyboard for controls. I don't have the actual train controllers. Maybe next year around tax season, but right now, $200 is a little too expensive. So, conductor, all aboard Amtrak 582 Highball. Our first stop is Fullerton. So let's get going. So, whoa, why is we having wheel slip already? That should not be. That is pretty horrible. Alright. We are chugging along. Chugging. That's weird. How can my guy be in both places at once? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring up our map. So, alright, we're approaching. Actually, let's keep it at 13%. We're approaching 20 miles an hour, which is the speed limit for this train on this track at this very moment. And shortly, we'll be jumping up to 35. Okay, that is weird. We have floating signal lights. That is amazing. Floating signal lights. Gotta love it. I'm gonna look up here. I'm gonna turn on my cabin light and my gauge lights. We jumped to 25. Let's roll it on high. Alright. So I've been having this game for a while. It's been a while since I played it. And I finally decided to come, and do it. I don't have any extra, trains or scenarios at this very moment, just due to the fact that I think that they are pretty expensive. And the trains really aren't that bad. They're $20 a train, I've been seeing, but the scenarios are just outrageous. It's $40 $40 a scenario, and that's quite a lot, because they have quite a lot. They don't just have US, they have China, they have Japan, they have Europe, they have Germany, and they have a couple of others. So that is, and each US, I know there's 2 pages, and each page holds about about 12 scenarios each page. So that's 24 scenarios. So, which is a deal. That's it's pretty expensive. So we will see as we just hit 25 miles an hour, and we'll just be passing the 35 mile per hour sign, and it jumped up. So we're gonna bring it to 50. Watch our signals. We have about about 25 minutes. 24 minutes. For us to arrive at our next stop. We only have 5 stops. But of course depends on your speed and how many times you gotta slow down could determine on how long it takes you. So yeah. Actually, what I can do is turn off my cabin light. I really don't need that. So, as we're cruising on down the eastern seaboard, but it's more like the western seaboard. So, if you're thinking about getting this, if you're really into trains, then I would say go ahead. But if you're not really, this game is not going to be much fun to you. Not really. There is nothing else besides drive trains, take passengers to where they gotta go or where, your cargo's gotta go. So it's definitely a different way of playing. So if you don't like trains, this one is not going to be for you. Let's see where we still got 23 more miles. Holy crap. Still got 23 more miles. Alright, now we went up to 79 miles an hour, so we can speed this bubby up. Right now our ETA is 16:43 and 35 seconds. And we are supposed to be there at 16:43:05. So we're about 29 seconds. About 29 seconds late, which is no big deal. But just keep in mind, the closer you get to a minute of being late, the harder and harder it is going to be for you to so what I'm looking for you to get that time back, unless of course you speed. And I can tell you now, you speeding to pick up time is not worth it. You're going to be losing way too much points. So before you even even for a minute, as you can see, we jumped up to 37 and now we're at 42. So, and we're doing 65 miles an hour. So it's definitely, hard. So, we gotta do what we gotta do, I guess. So yeah, that's why try not to be late unless the game already puts you late. But I would advise not to be any later than that. We are approaching 44 miles, the speed limit, so we're gonna have to start slowing this puppy down at full service. Slowing this puppy down to 44 miles an hour. I don't think we're gonna make it to 44 miles an hour before we hit that speed sign. It's gonna be close. Alright, we can release the brakes, put a little bit of power because we will be going up this hill, and you don't want to lose all your power. So as we're going up this hill, there you go, 44 miles an hour. Alright, why is the brakes not releasing? That's a very good question. Now the brakes want to release fully. Yeah, these kind of locomotives, you want to be careful because the brake pressure, it does take time for it to build up. So don't throw it, to 50 and be like, well, why am I not stopping? Because it takes time for the pressure to build up, and vice versa. When you release the brakes, don't expect you to then lunge forward, because it's not, the pressure in the cylinders have to release the brakes. So just keep that in mind, just like we're going to be doing here. We're actually going to be about slowing down because we'll be going down a hill. So we'll be going down a hill. So I'm actually going to lower it down to 38. Actually, 38 is not going to be enough. Neither is 24. How about 13? How about 0? Alright, how would we put you to 0? Still ain't gonna be enough. Alright, we gotta put on some brakes here. Release the brakes. Yeah, speeding, you'll be fine as long as you don't go when we drop to 40. Come on, drop. Jesus Christ. Was not paying attention. It was 36 more points. Jesus. I saw it on here, but I was not paying attention. Alright, we're gonna bring it up to 50 here. So you could use these controls, or you can use these controls. These controls do the same thing. So here's your combined throttle and brake. Here's your reverser. Here's your auto brake. And here's your independent brake. And then here's your speed. So as you can see, we are getting up to 40 miles an hour. So, and what does this do? Flash ditch lights. Interesting. Is that what I think it does? Yes, I was looking for that earlier today, and I could not find it. Alright, we're gonna bring it up to 25. Also, when you come close to these railroad tracks, look out for signs to blow your whistle. Because I don't know if you can lose points, but it requests it, so I do it. Alright, what are we doing? Are we gaining speed or are we losing speed? Probably losing speed. When you hit curves, you definitely lose speed. And we're about to go to 79 miles an hour, so which hopefully will take a couple of seconds off our ETA. So we got 19 minutes. 19 minutes to go. Yes, we do. We got 19 minutes. 19 minutes. And we're just about to hit the threshold of 79 miles per hour. There you go. Full throttle. Let's get up to 79 as fast as we can, so we can get there as fast as we can. And like I said, hopefully we can knock off some ETA, and hopefully we can get some points. So yeah, so these two This is your train brake, and then this is your local brake. So, if I'm not mistaken, this is the train. So what this is what we're in is the train, and then this is the passenger cargo. So you can do either one. They do work independently from each other. So if I click here and I throw this to brake, it will brake, and then when I click on this will be back down to where it is now. Or what you can do also is you can do hand brakes also, which pretty much helps in stopping emergencies instead of throwing it into emergency mode. Is hit this, and this is all your what you have connected. The red is you, and all these is the passengers. And then you can click these, which are, like I said, hand brakes, and you can click them. I can tell you now, they're not going to slow the train down, very quickly. It will take time, but if you have to stop, I can tell you this, don't throw this to, I think, no more than 95%. And the reason is, once you pass there, or 90, or it could be a little bit more, but pretty much once you hit 100, the computer's gonna think that you're in emergency mode or emergency braking, and it's all stop. And then what's gonna happen is you're gonna lose points for the drive quantity, which is gonna bring your points down total. And once you're in that emergency mode, you can't release the brakes until the train has come to a complete stop, which in turn will make you lose time. So I want to do it. So I will go like 85 full service. Like I said, if you have to stop an emergency, 85. Of course, put this to 0. Pull the power to the middle, and or backwards will also help. And then click on this one. Do the same thing. Just pull the only thing that changes is, like I said, is the brakes. And then once you're done with that, click here. Click on all these, and it'll definitely help you slow down. So as we're coming up to these signals, we're definitely gonna have to watch these signals. It didn't say anything about our line being too crazy, but at the same time, we really don't want to find out that we're gonna rear end another train. So we're just hit about 78.5 miles per hour. So we are definitely getting there. Alright, we're slowing down just a little bit. So we gotta go to Fullerton Main 3, which we are, 17 miles away. 17 miles away. Actually, we don't have to use these ditch lights. And we actually can turn off this bell, because we are going straight. Once we hit, actually, is that what I think it is? Yes. Come on. I'll say a station, like we just did, to hit them, or rail or crossing. This is where we don't have to stop, so we're not going to stop. But we put on the bell and the flashing lights to let them know that a train is coming, so they don't jump on the track or do anything stupid like that. You may never know with these AIs. Now what we can do is shut off the bell, turn off our ditch lights, if I can find it. Thank you. Alright. Oh, and now we're gonna be dropping to what, 65 miles an hour? Yes, we're gonna be dropping to 65 miles an hour. Alrighty, tidy. We got two. We got two signals really close to each other, so we're gonna have to definitely watch out for that, and to make sure that none of them are red. We're gonna drop it down to 75%, just due to the fact that we, at 78.8, and we surely don't want to speed. Alright, let's see. And that is green, everybody. That is green. So just to show you, so we're here. And then as soon as we cross this, the signal turns red. So anybody behind us, don't run into us. Because that will be a horrific crash. That really would be. Do I see a railroad crossing? No, I don't. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this off here. Bring it to 0. Bring this down. Come on. Alright, and now I'm going to do full service. Bring this puppy down to 65 miles an hour. We're gonna release the brakes. So hopefully yep, we're gonna make it. So I'm gonna put it up to 50 until I see that the brakes have released and we're gaining more speed again. Then I will back it down. In this instance, there's no point for me to. I can tell you now, I'm not gonna reach 79 miles an hour. Before I have to go back down to 50. So, of course, I'm gonna try make up a little much time as much as possible. As you can see, what we're doing here, we knocked off an extra 10 minutes or 10 seconds. So, we really are trying to, to make up a little bit of time so we can be as much on time as possible. Alright, we're about to hit 65 miles an hour, but at the same time we are almost hitting our speed. Actually, we just hit it now. So back it down. Alright, let's put it at 25. Alright, 79 miles per hour should be right now. So we're gonna bring it up as much as we can. Yeah, actually, see, there's just there's no point. In this case, you want to make sure that you put the brakes on first, because every little moment counts, and you surely don't want to be missing it. See, as you can see, it says no whistle, so we're not gonna blow a whistle. We're not gonna make it, I don't think. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, wait, no! That is not what I wanted. That is horrible. Well, at least I caught it, and it only took 1 point away. I went up and I was supposed to go down. Alright. Oh, it's too late. Oh, well, that's what I don't get. So, as you can see, this says no whistle, so we're not supposed to blow the horn. So we are not supposed to do that. We are not. And now we gotta go to 60 miles an hour. 60 miles an hour. So I like to watch this because they give you more than enough time to slow down. Unfortunately, with these signs, there is no time. So by the time you see them, it's too late. you know, if I was doing 79 miles an hour and I would have seen that sign and was able to read it, it would have been too late, and you know, then I would have been, you know, speeding. So I don't. I pay attention to these. That is what I'm paying attention to mostly. And same thing, since I'm not gonna make it to 60 by the time I hit the 50 mile per hour segment here, I will what you call it? I will slow it down. That doesn't look like a whistle. Are we coming to? Yes, we are. Alright, coming across a railroad tracks. Alright. Being up to 25. Once again, you know, our signal is green, which I love. I love when our signals are green. I really do. Alright, turn off our ditch lights. Once again, still no whistle. I haven't really come across a lot of places that require or ask for whistles on the default. Actually, I don't know why I'm even doing that. I gotta slow down to 50 anyways again. Alright. Yeah, I just realized, I'm like, that just makes no sense for me to bring it all the way to 70, and then, you know, I probably would just be hitting 65, 66 miles an hour, and then I'm gonna have to drop it down. It just makes no sense. Looks like no whistle, but yeah, these default scenarios have found none where they ask you to blow your whistle. The only one is in the training simulator, and that was just to show you when you're supposed to blow it and when you're not supposed to blow it. So, you know, that is that. And we are below our 50 mile per hour limit. It's too late. Even though it's a train, but still. Is that? Yes it is. That is a crossing. So we're about to hit 79 miles an hour. So there we go, we have hit it. So now we're gonna gain speed. Gain some speed. Probably gonna stop it at 70 once we reach it, because that's where it's gonna be at. Once again, there's no point for me to go all the way to 79 miles an hour just to drop it down to 70. And plus, at this rate, we're not gonna get there. We're not gonna even hit 79 miles an hour. So there is no real point. I have downloaded a new game, and I don't know what to do with it. Now, what I mean by that is, I don't know if I should do some recordings and see how everybody likes it, or what. And plus, I'm really not that good at it, so it's gonna take me some time to get used to it. It's called Mac Bots or something, Mac Battle, and apparently they've been around for years. And you're basically robots, and you know, it's almost like Call of Duty, but you're fighting, you're in a robot and you're fighting other robots, Oh, yeah, I knew that was coming. Once again, I was not paying attention. Alright, so now we're back to 79 miles an hour. Let's hustle. And I'm really not good at it. I played 2 games. And the first game my very first game I got destroyed within 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the game starting. And the second one, I was in a horrific team. They pretty much all blew chunks, and I was trying to capture their base, and I was the only one left alive. So they all just, ganged up on me, pretty much, and left me for dead. So I really don't know. As much as I want to know, but I really don't know. Whistle blow. Okay, no, that's for the oncoming. Green light. Do we have a green light? Yes. So as you can see, this says red, so this is for the turn. So as you can see, we would not have been allowed to turn to the right if we were going that direction. So always just kind of be aware of your signals. How I have my settings is it will not end the game or end the scenario if you pass a red light. So I do that because it's more realistic. You may want to change that just due to the fact that when you're new, if you make a mistake, you're not seeing your train hit another train and derail and kill all the people on board. So I would do that. It really sucks. It really gets annoying because if you're not paying attention, you could be almost to the end, and if you pass a red signal, the game is gonna end. But when you've been playing as long as me and you get used to these signals and everything, I don't need them. Because what's going to happen is that's going to be red and you're going to keep going, not paying attention, and then you see a small little black dot right there, right where on the tip of my arrow is. And then what's going to happen is that dot is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, just like what's kind of happening with this arrow. And then you're going to be like, what is that? As you're bearing down doing 79 miles an hour, you'll be like, what is that? And then you're going to notice that it's a train, and it's too late. Like, I'm actually going to show you this. Well, this is one of the things that if you're going to look at this, either turn off your power or do I have my, yes I do, I don't know why I still have that. Turn off your power so you don't accidentally speed. I'm going to show you something right now. Once we pass these two junctions, these 2 signal lights, so we don't accidentally go through one and then I don't see it. How much farther what is 7 miles? Yeah, 7 miles. Alright, what is that, green? Yep, that is green. Alright, we're gonna bring this down to 13. Alright, so now we have this. Oh, that is not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted at all. I totally forgot how to. Oh, here we go. So this, even though you're in this mode, your train is still going. So this blue track is the track that you're on. So when you're looking at this, you really got to pay attention, because this is what's going to happen. When you see that black dot getting bigger and bigger, you're going to look at this map. And when you look at this map, you're going to see this train right in, you're going to see a train in front of you. And by the time you do that, it's over. You're not going to be able to stop in time. So, that's never good. So that's why I say, if you ever look at that map, slow it down. I mean, unless you're just starting off and it's like 79 miles an hour and you're going from a standstill, then okay, that's a different story. But pay attention, because you can easily get distracted by looking, and then you come back and you notice you're doing 90 miles an hour and you're losing 23,000 points. So always make sure that that's what you're doing. So that's one way also. So if you don't have this, like I do, you're going to have to, unless you memorized it already, you're going to have to keep going back to this. And then you can say show task. So this is where we're going to be. This is our first pickup. And then when we're there, then when you hit show task again and this gets checked off, then it'll show you your pickup at your second. And then you hit center player and it brings you to where you are, and then you can move it around and all that goody good stuff. Whoa, almost speeding. That was close. See what I mean? You can really lose time. So as we're slowing down, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Bring this down to 0. You don't have to. If I'm not mistaken, if you throw this into 100%, it throws it into emergency mode. So just be careful. I have to test that out again. I am really unsure. What is our status for our green light? It is green. So there you go. Alrighty tighty. The one scenario I want, I have two of them, but what I want them to be is being a freight driver for, driving a train with freight, and then through, it's called Canadian Pass and Hollow Pass or something, or Steve's Pass. So I think that'll will definitely be interesting. Because some of these are great, but nothing could, compare to that. So, and then I think those scenarios just have more interactions. So, but that's just me. Let's bump it up to 25. Let's see if we can. Alright, 38. We're still dropping speed. Alright, 50. We're still dropping speed. 63. Still dropping speed. 75. What is going on here? Green, green, green. That is what I like. Right. 100%. Why not? Oh, that is why. See what I mean? I totally forgot. That is why we were not going faster. Alright, but our stop is coming up. First stop of the day. If you ever have a scenario when you're driving freight, remember this. Passenger, and this is true in real life, passenger trains have the right of way. The reason is, number one, customers, they want to get to where they're going, they want to get to it as fast as possible. Second, if they're late, you're not just messing up them, but they could have a date, they could have a meeting, and you can mess up their life and or end their career in the job that they're in. So freight doesn't get paid pretty much by minutes, it gets paid by whatever's on there. So if I want to bring, for an example, this laptop to Canada or something, and I want it on a train, I would pay for whatever they would charge to bring this laptop. So that is why freight will always yield to passenger trains. Always. and also freight is heavier, longer, so that is why freight speeds are a lot lower. Like we doing 79 here. The highest I seen a freight was 65, and that lasted maybe quarter of a mile. It didn't really last long. So always, actually we're just gonna keep it to 0, bring this down to 0, because we got 2 miles left to our first pickup, and we're gonna be dropping this 75 miles an hour. So I can tell you this now, when you get, one way to find out if you're getting closer to a station or to a city is obviously when the when the speed drops, or that can also indicate you coming around a wide bend, or you gotta switch tracks. So just keep that in mind. This right here, everybody, this is your gravity. So pretty much you will not derail or tip over. We're coming up to our stop. Hold on, I gotta make sure everything is working here. We're gonna turn on our cabin lights here, and we're gonna slow it down. Put this in 0. So this dot is your gravity, so you're fine. But once it hits the red, and I'm not talking about like the edge of it hits it, once it fully is in red, you will tip over. And it's so hard to catch it, because it's like look, and you're like right here, and you're like, oh, I got this. And then you look and you just see it hit red, and then you tip over, and then it goes to the space mode, kind of like this. And then it's like, you know, mission failed, you derailed. So we're slowing down. I'm not gonna start slowing down until we hit this this signal. That's when I'm gonna start slowing down. Once again, when you're zoomed in all the way, everybody, it looks like you're going a lot slower than what you really are. But once you zoom fully out, you're actually going faster. And then especially when you hit 3, look how fast, you know. So always, we're actually going to start slowing down now. Rather be safe than sorry, because we surely don't want to pass up our stop. So as we're climbing aboard here, gonna bring this down. I'm actually gonna release the brakes, because that's gonna definitely slow us down a lot more. And then if I'm short, hopefully by the time the pressure in the cylinder is released, I will be able to follow this up a little bit and not be so late. So as you can see, we are just on time. Actually no, we are early. We are early. Well, kinda not. That's showing. That's a time of 16:42, and our ETA is 16:43. So, you know, not bad. I'd like to do this, doing it in the back way, so I'm not really good lining it up in the cabin, so I like to do this. And then I'm actually gonna apply a little bit more brake here. Put that to 0. Release the brakes as we're slowly. This is, I would say, the most time consuming, is slowly running in, because if not, you know, trains are not like cars, and you're not gonna stop in time, so you can't stop on a dime. As we are finding out really shortly. Alright. There we go. We're also going to release our brakes here. Actually, I'm short. I'm a short, but it don't matter. Like, it's so hard because it's hard. You know, I guess it really don't matter, does it? So, there you go. There you go. So there's our first stop, everybody. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And any questions, comments, you know, you can always put them in the comment box. And until then, the question is, can I quit and save it? That is the question. Alrighty tidy. Alright, all aboard. Next stop is him. Alrighty tidy.